Hey everybody, it's Natasha here, and I'm with my lovely client, Christine, who has been working with me for over a year. And this is her testimonial. So we've just come together to have a chat and see how far you've come along, Christine. So before you started to work with me, like how were you feeling, or what were your issues at the time?
So before I started, I was feeling definitely lost and not sure what direction I wanted to go in as far as my career. I wanted to go more into having a larger role as a massage therapist, and working more in the healing capacity, but I was kind of struggling with my other job, my office job. And then physically, I was feeling, bogged down, tired, drained, definitely lack of energy. Um, and so I didn't know where to start. And then I heard of you. My boyfriend had worked with you in the past and had great reviews and great feedback from you. So I thought, okay, this looks interesting and let me look into this. And that's pretty much how I got to kind of, coming across your website and what you had to offer.
Cool, cool. So we worked together for, I think, over a year, and we did the Step 2 program together, which is all about clearing your soul records and clearing up your energy field. Um, after all of that, how do you feel now, or where are you at now?
So I felt progressively better after every session. I could definitely feel that a shift was happening. And now after having done the whole year of programs, I feel like I'm in a totally different place physically, in my career, and mainly my mindset, like how I'm feeling more positive and things are possible. And
Yes.
I felt like I had support from you in the work, and then also just your suggestions and our conversations of things to look into that could be helpful, that were so helpful. I mean,
Oh,
working
yeah.
on my yeah,
Like what? Remind me.
your suggestion about Dr. Mindy Pels and her books and working with our hormones. And I mean, I had never even heard of hormones, or like, I was like, okay, well, I've heard of it, but what do I do with it? How does that play into my everyday diet, my nutrition? What is that going to affect? And oh my God, it affected so much. And I had no idea, as most women don't. And that was just a huge game changer, to have more energy, more vitality, more strength to work through things. And so, I mean, that was huge in and of itself. And then all the work that we were doing each month, um, that just kind of started, getting me into a better place. And yeah, and now I feel, I'm on a different career path. I'm working towards my goals. I feel more in line with my purpose and what my passions are and the reason why I'm here. And it just feels so much more connecting, um and I just feel more whole in general. I
Oh,
just feel more, just more on my path. Like, you feel so
amazing.
lost, and yeah, and just and so like tired, and how are things going to change, and when are they going to change?
Mm.
And
So is
yeah.
it fair to say that beforehand there was a feeling of perhaps a little bit of hopelessness or confusion or clarity, and now?
Yeah, it's definitely. And now I just feel like I'm on a clear path, even if I'm not doing it 100%, yet. It's a journey, and I understand that, and I'm patient. But I feel like now I feel better, and I can be more hopeful and more excited. And, um, and I do, I just feel more supported. I feel like I can ask for more support when I need it, which is huge. And all those things just mentally put you in a better place for your everyday.
Absolutely. I definitely have seen a big shift in and you know stepping into your own energy, your own power, being clear about what you need in life, asking people for support, and your example of getting health sorted, that was a little detour from the step two program, but actually I would say most people need a bit of support around health and well-being. So this is why, I'm quite happy to be flexible according to what your needs were to help you, improve your energy. So I'm super, super happy for you. So for people who are wondering about what it's like to work with me, what would you say to them?
I mean, it's wonderful. We were meeting once a month, and it was kind of, there's like a therapy aspect to it of like how you're feeling, how's it going, kind of the intro before we start the work. But also that's a very important part of the work is, the check-in and then like, any suggestions that you had for me was always so beneficial. And then just in the work itself was beautiful. The meditations, it was very calming. I mean, I definitely felt a difference after every session. Um, and it was, I would just say it was, yeah, it was just a pleasure. It was a pleasure to do the work, and it felt very comfortable. I felt very safe. I felt very supported.
Oh,
So it was all just a very positive experience.
oh, thank you. Well, it was it was easy to work with you, and you've done the work, and I'm really happy to see that. What would you say to somebody who might be thinking of doing a program with me if they had any reservations or worries about working with me? What would you say to reassure them?
Mhm. I would say go for it. I would say if you're feeling it and you're inclined, that you should just go for it. Of course, I had my reservations and is this going to work for me and all that. But I was definitely interested, especially after our first conversation. You are definitely just very welcoming and you have such a warm, loving energy. So I felt connected to that. And I felt like, yeah, let's try this. And and it's like I've done the talk therapy for years, and that has its own place, and that is
Mm.
also so helpful. But this is like the energetic realm of it. This is a whole nother ball game to say, this is a whole different area of work, which is also needed and necessary. So it's so complementary to other things that you can be doing. But this in and of itself is just it's so important. And, sometimes we don't see this so much and understand it so much, but then after when you feel it, you're like, oh wow, that like what a shift, what a shift that is.
And I can definitely see the shift in you, Christine, and I'm so happy for you. And thank you so much for taking the time to come and speak with me here today. I'll catch up with you very soon. Bye.
Okay, thank you.